The Winter Soldier. Alright guys, I finally watched Captain America The Winter Soldier and that thing was awesome! It was awesome. Just like this new background. Overall, not too many flaws with The Winter Soldier. I mean, obviously, I have to talk about the goods and bads because I am a movie reviewer and that is what we do. First off, there's a scene with Nick Fury where he's talking to those little digital hologram people like in the Avengers, except they're actually like sitting down this time and like me, but except I'm a hologram. Just imagine me as a hologram. And it felt a lot like Star Wars to where it was like, okay, let's move on because it was literally the same thing as Star Wars. You have the person talking in the middle, and then all the other people around in their little digital hologram chairs. It went the same way, and I felt it was too much like Star Wars, and it was just, okay, let's move on. Then there's another scene where Nick Fury is driving the car, and he's getting shot at, and that's not a spoiler, because obviously Nick Fury is going to get shot at. I mean, come on. Anyways, he's driving and stuff, he's getting shot at, and he's trying to avoid it, but yet he's trying to drive at the same time, but yet he showed us a second before that the car can drive itself because he's like, okay, drive us while I get shot at. Wait, let me take the wheel because people are still shooting at me. He literally showed us that the car could drive itself, but then instead of trying to like duck underneath the seats while the car was driving itself, he decided to drive while they were still shooting at them. And that was something I was like, Nick, you can just hide under their seats while okay, that's fine. Just drive the car. Just grab that guy's gun. Okay, you got it. And another thing, I don't feel that the Winter Soldier was in the movie enough to call the movie The Winter Soldier. I mean, he was, like, awesome when he was there. But if you're gonna call the movie The Winter Soldier, I feel that you should have had the Winter Soldier in it more. I mean, it might be just me. It might be just someone else. Did that make sense? Nope. Okay, let's move on. And I am really glad in the movie that they didn't have, like, those CG fights where it's, like, the cartoon character fighting Mickey Mouse. They actually pretended to fight each other, and it was awesome. Now, I don't want to say that there was not a lot of action sequences, because there was, but there was a lot of short parts in between, like Captain America just either hanging out or other stuff happening. There was a lot of slow parts, but I think that made the action sequences that much more special when we actually saw them, because through the movie I was like, can we have an action sequence? And then it happened, and I was like, yeah, go Captain America, you punch that dude in the face! And I'm not saying that the slow parts are boring or anything, it just felt too long for me between one action scene and the other scene. And the other thing, the Winter Soldier. That dude was awesome. He was like, he was very mysterious, he was very just awesome! But what made him is his music. That music was awesome, and it only played when he was there, obviously, because it's his music. Like the Joker in The Dark Knight, if he had something to do with the scene, or he was in the scene, that music would play, and it made him just that much more mysterious and cool. Like if someone got shot in the face, which I don't remember happening in the movie, but if someone got shot in the face and you heard that music, you know that the Winter Soldier shot him. I'm just saying. The Winter Shoulder. But then obviously the Winter Soldier's mask falls off and you find out who it is. And that happened a little too early for me in the movie. And then he leaves his mask off for the rest of the movie. And I really liked his mask. And it made him just so cool with the mask on and everything that I really didn't like that he left it off. But that was just me. It might be different for you, but that was just me. And now, the rating. And you are clapping this time, right? Anyways, I thought The Winter Soldier was so good that I don't want to give it a 9.5. I really want to go 10, but some things, like, didn't work for me, like the hologram thing, and then the Winter Soldier's mask falling off, and then him leaving it off for the rest of the movie. I really don't want to go 9.5. And that's why I'm going to go 10, guys. You go check out The Winter Soldier, guys. I give it a 10 out of 10 out of 20. Yeah, I'm awesome at math like that. Anyways, you go check out The Winter Soldier. Have a great time with it, especially if you like Marvel movies. But I definitely recommend seeing Captain America: The First Avenger and The Avengers, just because it talked about some things in there and it might help you understand it a little more. Anyways, go check out The Winter Soldier, guys. That movie was awesome. And later, Aid.